Hi, welcome to my channel. I made 5 easy Dollar Tree Halloween DIYs for this video. I have a hurricane glass from Dollar Tree and this spider ribbon which I bought, wasn't last year, the year before. I don't know if they have it this year. I only seen the Dollar Tree Plus stuff in my shop so far. So I'm just going to put a wee bit hot glue on one spider and then wrap it around and trim off the excess. And then I'm going to put a wee bit hot glue on one of the spiders in the middle and then the one at the end. And then I can reuse the hurricane glass and the ribbon if I want to, because I might do something else with it in another video. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. And then I'm going to do the same thing in the middle. I have a skull ribbon like this as well. I don't know if they have it this year, but you could always use that or any of the Dollar Tree ribbons. And then I'm going to do 2 more just to make it stripy up and down. You could put more on if you wanted to. I'm just making sure I always start and finish at the same side. And all the seam is at the back. There's candle holders from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to spray paint it with some flat black spray paint. And I'm going to glue on a piece of the spider ribbon. And I am not going to stick it down, which you should, because I'm going to use the candlestick for another DIY in this video. And this is how it looks. I just put a candle inside. I am just going to glue 4 half wooden beads to the bottom of this wooden coaster. I got the coaster from Amazon, but you can get like small wood rounds from Dollar Tree. And I have a wee cauldron that I got set around St. Paddy's Day from Dollar Tree. And then I spray paint them both with some flat black spray paint. And here are 2 bones. They are also from Dollar Tree. I got them last year. They probably have the same ones this year. And I'm going to paint them with some plaster Waverly chalk paint. You can leave them the colour that they are, or you can paint them. I just don't think they look like a bone colour, so I decided to paint them. But this paint, I need to get new paint because this one is quite old and thick at the bottom. I ended up giving it 2 coats, and now I am going to glue my bones to my coaster. I'm just going to use hot glue for that. I'm just going to put plenty on and then hold it in place until it dries. You could use a stronger glue if you wanted to. And then I am going to glue this other bone on the top. And it just fits in that part of the bone there. And then I have 3 little pieces of cut off tower block. So I just glued them together so that my candle would be higher up. And then I just have some pillow stuffing and I'm just putting that on top. I did take some of that off because it was a bit too much. I wanted it to look like the smoke was coming out the cauldron. And this is how it turned out. And it's just a wee cute DIY for a tier tray. You can of course make it a bit fancier than this if you want to. And then this is what it looks like when I put the light down a bit. It'd be cool if you had a candle that changed colours, changed like green and blue and stuff. So this skull is from Dollar Tree and I'm just sanding off the seam. I'm just giving a quick sand because the seam on this one isn't too bad. And then I'm going to sand the chin as well because sometimes there's like an extra bit of plastic down there. And I have some air dry clay and I'm just molding it a wee bit. I made 2 balls because I am going to make a couple of teeth, like fangs. I did do this last year and made a vampire skull, but this skull is going to be different this year. So I'm just molding it to a fang shape and I'm using a bit of water to smooth it out. I'm just going to show you me doing one and I'll do the other off camera. If you wanted to, you could make all the teeth fangs or make more of them fangs than just these 2. So I'm just going to glue it on with some tacky glue. There you go, that's the 2 teeth done. So now I am going to take a bigger piece of clay and I should have made 2 balls so they'd be the same size, so just you remember to do that. And I'm just rolling it out because I want to make horns. So I'll show you me making one horn and you should probably spend a bit longer on yours than I did and make sure that it looks really good. I'm just smoothing it all out so I want it to look seamless when it's on. And I just use some water to help smooth it out. You can make the horns any shape you want. And you can put like lines in them and stuff and make them look more realistic. I just wanted to give you an idea. I did the other one off camera and then I spray painted it with some flat black spray paint. And then I dropped it when it was dry and my horns fell off. So be careful. I'm just hot gluing it on because this is just for me and I didn't want to go and remake the horns again. So I'm just touching up. Obviously I didn't get it right exactly in the place that it was before. So I'm just touching it up with some black spray paint. So yeah, just be careful with yours. You could put some, even if I put the glue on it beforehand, because they were stuck on nice, I had dropped it on the floor and it would have still came off. So after I painted that, I got some rubbing buff, anti-gold rubbing buff, and then I am just taking a paintbrush and rubbing it all over my horns and the entire skull. And I did speed this clip up extra fast. I just brushed it all over the teeth and around the eye sockets and then all over the entire skull. And you don't have to do these colours, you could make it like a bone colour or whatever you want, whatever you like you can do for your DIYs. So I'm reusing that candlestick from earlier and I'm just going to hot glue my skull to the top, and then I am going to use some more rubbing buff and I'm going to rub that on the candlestick. You can always decorate your candlestick a bit more and make it a bit fancier if you want to. And this is how my demon skull turned out, and I love it. I think this is my favorite DIY for this video. This wee cardboard box is from Dollar Tree, like most stuff in the video. And I made a spider web and like a long spider web to go around the sides for this box on my Cricut. So I'm just weeding out the spider web for the top, and then I'm going to stick it to the lid of the box. So this is my spider webs. I was deciding if I was going to do which way around I was going to do them. So this is the vinyl from the Dollar Tree, and this transfer tape is from Amazon. So I will link that down below. It's good to work with. It's good to using it with the Dollar Tree vinyl, but you can only reuse it once. But it comes on a huge roll. So I'm just wrapping that around, and then I'm gonna rub it over and then make sure it's all stuck down properly. And then I'm going to put this piece on the lid. Next, I'm taking some black paint, and I made this wee spider in this mold with some hot glue. I'll link the molds down below. I just gave it 2 coats of paint. So I'm using up the rest of my spider ribbon. I actually took that long piece off the first DIY. And then the other piece was what was left of my on the roll. So I'm just hot gluing that on, and that's going on the lid. And then I'm just hot gluing my spider on the top in the middle, and that can be like a wee knob for pulling off the lid. And this is how it turned out. And this is it without the lid on. You could always put a spider web in the bottom there. I got this wee stand-up coffin from Dollar Tree last year. I don't know if they have them this year, but I'm using up the stuff that I have in my stash before I go buy some more stuff. And then these half pearl beads are from Dollar Tree, and they always have these. I bought these ones years ago. I've been trying to use them all up, and I am just putting a row of these all around the edge of the coffin. It doesn't matter what colours they are because we are going to paint this. I also put some beads around the stand at the bottom. but I did that off camera. I have some oil and I'm just going to brush that in this mold that I got from Amazon. I'll link it down below. I'm going to use some air dry clay. You can use cornstarch if you want in your mold, but I like to use oil because the cornstarch is messy. Well, I make a mess. So I'm just pushing that in the mold and then smoothing it out. And then I've got some tacky glue and I'm just going to glue that onto my coffin. And then I made some hot glue skulls in this mold. This came in a set with the one with the spider. I was just trying to find the best looking one. And then I'm just gluing that in the middle of my frame. So I went and did another row of the half beads along the inside of the coffin. And now I'm just putting some tacky glue down and I am going to fill in around the inside of the frame with the beads. I'm just pulling them off the sticky back and then I'm using my wax pencil to put them in place. And then I did them opposite each other like this at first, and then I filled them in with 4 in between each of those. I'll show you 3 on the camera, but then I went back and pushed them over and filled it in with 4. And then I sprayed everything with some flat black spray paint. And now I'm going to use some antique gold rub and buff. And have my wee helper again. And just rubbing it all over the frame, the skull, and all the half beads. She's helping me there. I can only have her come in and help me like when I do rub and buff or something because she just wants to grab everything. I was trying to get her to play with those toys, but she wanted to hold the rub and buff. And then she screamed when we went out the craft room afterwards because she wanted to stay in there. See, she pushed them all out the way. I really love how this one turned out as well. And it was easy to do. I will have to get to Dollar Tree soon and see what Halloween stuff they have so that I can make you guys some more Halloween DIYs. You'll have to let me know which one of these is your favourite in the comments down below. So I've made my site public now. I finally put a bunch of DIYs, listed a bunch of DIYs on it. I'm not going to list these ones because most of them wouldn't ship very well, but there's plenty more on there to choose from.